Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon in Uganda, in the UK, and every other part of the world. This is the most anticipated battle, the biggest of Caesar's career. Caesar the Scorpion versus Chris Melling, the Magician, on a race to 21 here in the UK. Until our commentator comes on, you'll just have to do with this voice of mine for now. It's a race to 21. This is the first frame.
Okay guys, welcome to the stream. Very, very happy to have Caesar here playing at Chris's home venue. It's a good start to the match, 1-1. Caesar has ball in hand. So this is black ball rules, just 2 shots from the break. About a 1-3 visit. It's looking like there's one problem area on the table. On both sets, the red and the yellow at the bottom. I think Caesar will go straight into those. Just promote both sets, so now he has the option. The pattern's slightly better on yellows. Controlled that nicely off the red there. I don't see too many problems with this finish now. So about choosing which ball you want to leave to your last ball to connect to the 8 ball. The ball on the right hand side, the outside ball, let's do that. Maybe force down into those now. Just managed to hold it nicely. Control finish. So now I may go the one on the right first. That's going to take over the centre table. That's lovely. Caesar took full advantage of Chris's foul break there. 2-1 to the Scorpion. Yeah, sorry guys, we don't have audio. We can't hear you, Mr. Commentator. Is that a little bit quiet? Just let me know in the comments, guys, if that's any better. Seems like we're getting somewhere now. Sorry, guys. So 2-1 to Caesar with the break. So back with it now, guys. See it. Chris is on reds here. Nice promotion of his bad ball. He does have the red to the right middle, so even though he's landed straight on this one at the top, should be a simple screw back. He'll have a shot on the red to the middle. So I think the black's available to both bottom corners, the black ball. It may only be available to the bottom left, but I'm pretty sure it's available to both, which makes this run out fairly simple. So as we thought, it is available to bottom right. This to make it 2-all. What a great start to the match we're having here. Going blow for blow early. So the magician's a break. See, both players are choosing to use the front ball break as it stands. Well, that is another dry break from Chris. Let's see if Caesar can step in. It's one problem area at the top right of the table for both sets, the yellow and the red. So this is probably going to be the key shot to the frame now. He's going to be able to pot the red he's closest to in the top right and make a nice cannon on the red. Or even if he moves the yellow, that could work as well. Yeah, he's just nudged the yellow. I like that shot. Oh, a nice use of cushion first. Pace just caught him there a little bit. I think he's still in a good position. Take the one just past the black ball. Yeah, he's nailed it. Great shot. Brilliant shot. Just navigate through this gap, which he's done so to perfection, I think. Should be able to hold for this 8-ball. Yeah, nice shot. Brilliant from Caesar. Okay, well, another brilliant run out here from Caesar. He's really putting his foot down in this match. So we've got a nice crowd gathering up for this match. It was put together on short notice, but I think everybody who heard about it were very keen to come down and watch. Enjoying the show so far. This is black ball rules. For the question in the comments, black ball. It's looking like Chris is going dry again. Struggling to make a ball at the moment. Caesar has mopped up the last couple of times. This is to put down a 3-frame gap early in the match. So it's a nice developing shot there from Caesar. He's got one ball that's tied up with the yellow. Looking at the angle's funny, but I think he can drop this in the middle now and play on that bad red to the bottom right. He's just coming round, have a look. If that goes bottom right, it does make this finish quite a bit easier. So yeah, I thought I might have to jack up here just to hold the angle. Oh. So I think he just left himself a little bit more angle than he'd like there, and in doing so had to raise the butt of the cue a little bit more, and it's just made the pot that little bit harder. So this is a chance now for Chris. He does have the one bad yellow at the top, but the perfect opportunity here to play onto it. He's going to pot the ball over the bag. The only thing with that is it's left him with a straight angle now at the top of the table, and all his balls are at the bottom of the table, so he's going to be left with a long pop, maybe from the rail. Might not be able to see all of this cue ball. He's just going to take his medicine, back his ability. And that's a really nice long pot there from Chris. That's a couple of stop shots to be perfect on the 8 ball to the middle. It's got an angle, so he might come up for the corner. Yes, he's done well to punish that one as Chris. Caesar comes back to the table. It's his break. 4-3. This is a race to 21. Caesar currently leads 4-3. It's another crunching break from Caesar. He's timing the break really well so far in this match. So on first look, the yellows seem easy on first glance, but the yellow to the bottom left does not pass the red. All the reds do go, so the pattern's a little bit harder on the reds, but you don't have to play cannons. I think that's why I choose to go reds. Between us. So will he land on the red on the right hand side of the table to the top? Or is he just going to play on into the middle? Because the angle that he will have to leave himself to be able to pot the ball means it'll be running up the table for the 8 ball. So he may choose now to take this red long. He's having a think. If there was no yellow in the way, he could just drop this one in the left middle, up the table for the one in the right middle, and be perfect on the black. But this way is travelling away from the black now. But again, he's just going to back his ability. It's brilliant. Really good from Caesar. The standard of this match so far has been scary. Very, very good. And Caesar leads 5-3. A few more fans gathering now. To watch this absolute spectacle of pool. So back to Chris's break. He's had a few issues so far. He may go to the cup break now just to try and make a ball. And that's looking like it's coming up dry again. Wow. So Caesar's opted for yellows. The yellow lowest on the table. I'm wondering if it passes this red to the bottom left. It looks like it may do, which makes it not as much of a problem as it first looks. He's got an angle here to drop the yellow in the middle and play on a gap between the reds and take his bad yellow at the top of the table. He's going to play the yellow past the red first. So we'll see now if this squeezes in. I think it must do, obviously, if Caesar's played there. Yeah, it's a really good shot. It was tight. He's done well to make it. Has that red just gone in the way there of the yellow? I think the pocket's still open for the yellow. Yeah, and the way he's played that says it definitely is still open for this yellow. So he's got one more issue really on the table. The yellow that's on the baulk line does not pass top left, I believe. So he will have to take it to the top right. If he's going for that last, he needs a good angle to be able to get on the 8-ball. Has he come up far enough here? I think he has just. And it looks like he's straight in. If he's straight in, he's perfect. He can run through and take the 8-ball to the top left pocket. So one good shot to establish that 3-frame lead back. And again off Chris's break. He's nailed it. He's really punishing the break from Chris at the moment. And he's breaking well himself. It's a recipe for a win if you've ever heard one. But win or pull, it can change just like that. But at the moment, Caesar's really putting his foot down. So it's good to see. So will we see another huge break here from Caesar? It's a nice connection. But he's suffered the same fate as Chris has recently. He's going to go dry with a pretty nice layout on yellows. Every yellow has a pocket. It's about picking your pattern. And obviously the 8-ball in the top left hand corner of the table is preventing a couple of reds going in as well, so definitely yellows are the ball. He's going to have to bridge over this red ball. But he makes light work of that 8-ball and it goes 6-4. Very few mistakes being made by these two today. I'll be back in one moment, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Back with the comms. Caesar with a brilliant finish there from a dry break from Chris. It looks like we might have a bit of a tactical battle on our hands. The first one of the match. So it's feeling good. Caesar's good chance going to play the developing shot here. See how these reds come out for him. Oh, he's gone through the gap. So it's just a containing safety there from Caesar. He knows he's got a bit of control of this bottom right pocket as it stands. What kind of finish can the magician come up with if he's going to go for him? For the comment on YouTube, Chris uses a break cue alongside his playing cue, so he'll break with a separate cue and play with another one. We've got a chance here to play the yellow off the red. He's still going to have the problem of the yellow on the 8 ball. It may double, I'm not sure if it does, into the bottom left pocket. He's tried spinning up the back. He's played a really clever shot there. Knowing if he lands behind the yellow, he can just develop the yellow and the 8 ball at the same time and leave Caesar with very little. Oh, so he did leave a shot. Caesar's picked it out wonderfully. Now give himself a chance to go for these reds. He's going to have to play short side position on the red at the bottom of the table to play it to the bottom left. He can get there now if he chooses. Just land on the right hand rail. He's done that well. I think he's landed slightly the wrong side of the ball, so he may choose to just drop onto the yellow, cannon the yellow. And now this is the second part of the developing stage of this finish. We're going to have to go into the red to develop this. Oh, he's not made the pot. I think he's going to leave Chris a chance here. He's got a long ball. You kind of think this is frame ball if he can get position on the last yellow. Make this one. Land good. That should be the frame. Yes, played it well into the middle. So it's 7-5. We'll get the James McColgan tour booked in then. Ian Taylor can go on tour and play the Scorpion in his own backyard. It's cut break from the other side of the table, trying to get a different result. And it's the same one he's had for the last few breaks. He's not going to make a ball. Just missed the cannon there, Caesar. So these yellows at the bottom right now really don't have a ball to be able to break them out. So is he going to just choose to play a tactical shot, or is he going to be able to find the shot that's the key to the frame? So the idea was good. He was trying to land him tight on the back of that yellow ball to leave him no shot. I think it's just crept out, and Chris will have a shot at an open red. So Chris will already be thinking how he can try and make the situation at the bottom right of the table one where he can finish the frame. He's got an opportunity here. The angle looks pretty good on the one in the middle to come down and cannon on the line that he's just shown you there. Oh, had to force it into the middle bag, which has meant he's missed the pot. Luckily for Chris, he didn't make the cannon how he wanted. If he had, there's a good chance Caesar's balls would have been in a better position than they were now. So he's had a little bit of fortune there, Chris. Caesar's still looking for that opportunity to break these yellows out. Can he go along with this one? Come over to the left hand side of the table and leave an angle. That's what he was trying to do. He just rattled the yellow. Again, I don't think Chris has the angle here to play the cannon. If the red that's in the middle of the two yellows pots to the bottom left, he may choose to not even play a cannon. He may land on the red on the right hand side down the rail, run through to where the red is, and have the red between the yellows to the bottom left. He's just checking now to see if that goes. I think if it did, he'd have played it by now. So yeah, it's going to contain again. A little bit of chess going on between these two in the last couple of frames. Not quite got it how he wanted there. Caesar's going to have the opportunity to make something happen. So he's going to go the way he was trying to go last time, leave an angle on the left-hand side of the table here to play the yellow in the bottom left and come across and break out his two bad yellows. Oh, he spotted a shot here. Three ball plan off the red. Great vision there from Caesar. I didn't see it myself until he lined it up, and that's a brilliant shot. Yeah, nice use of two cushions there. Take the reds out of play. It's got a little bit of a steep angle. He may choose to come on and off the cushion again. Oh, nice. Dropped it in lovely. Yeah, it's confident queuing here from Caesar. Really confident. He's banging them in. Wow, over 4,000 watching now, guys. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope it's living up to the expectations of everybody. And I'm enjoying this match. It's been brilliant so far. It's been a story, really, of Chris's dry breaks. He's got 5 frames on the board. Caesar with 8. But Caesar's break's just an absolute sledgehammer, as we say in these parts of the world. He's got a chance on both colour sets here. The opening ball is definitely easier on the reds. It's whether he sees the pattern. I think the pattern's good for reds as well, so nice cue ball control will be the key to this frame here. There's no cannons to play. That looks pretty good. If he went any further, he was risking blocking off that red, but I think he's just stopped short and should be able to float this in and come down for the one either in the middle or over the pocket. He's taking his time. He does have to swerve it slightly. I thought he'd stop short, but it's looking like he's going to have to swerve it slightly around this yellow to be able to create the potting angle. He's played a very, very clever shot instead. He knew the swerve shot was tough, especially to be able to hold for position, so he's played a billiard shot into the bottom left pocket. It's actually come out a little bit awkward for him. He can't see the one closest to the pocket, which is also blocking the other one, so he might have to bang a plant in here. Oh, is he going to take the red to the bottom right? Oh, it's going to hang. It's going to hang. He got the cannon absolutely perfect on the red as well. I think Caesar was out from there. In fact, red drops, but it wasn't an easy shot from that side of the table. And it was a little bit unlucky to land like that in the first place after a good billiard shot. So Chris has got to make all these opportunities count, especially since his break isn't working as well as he'd like at the moment. Played short side position on his yellow, and it looks pretty good to be able to run it one cushion off the bottom rail and back up towards the top of the triangle. Yeah, it's good straight cue from Chris. A fairly simple 8-ball now. Just keep that gap to 2 frames. He's had a chance there to open up a 4-frame lead. But again, I think he got a little bit unlucky. We're back with commentary in one moment, guys. So Chris capitalising here on making a ball finally. It's a nice shot. So the difficulty in this finish now is going to be, as always, playing a ball that's directly over a pocket. The positional side of the shot can be tricky. I think he can play it thin and just use a natural angle to drop on and off the cushion back through the gap, which he can nicely. If you're having to play that as a screw shot, it becomes a little bit more difficult, but he's played it nicely, and it goes 8-7. So we're witnessing two generational talents really here. Caesar making waves over in Africa and coming over to the UK for the first time. I think he may have a couple more matches booked in this week before he flies home. It's been a pleasure to have him and his team here this week. Oh, so Caesar's really tried to go for that break. And the white ball has flown off the table. So Chris will have one free visit. Can he use this opportunity to level the match up for the first time since 2-2, I believe? He's played that nicely. Can feel a little bit unfortunate landing on top of that red. Limits what he can do from there, but luckily he had the red next to it just to be able to play position on. So, thought he landed a little bit short of position there, which meant he's had to reroute and play down the table a little bit. But he's back in position here now. And Chris will use this opportunity to get himself back level in the game with Chris to break. So you can see the crowd really enjoying this one. So a race to 21 becomes a race to 30. All square so far, nothing much to split them. It's been a really, really high standard. Chris is going to scratch off that break, giving Caesar a wonderful opportunity now to regain his lead. And it's really, really struggling now, Chris, with that break. I think he's tried to take a little bit off that one, just to see if he could time it a little bit better and hopefully make a ball, but it's scratched in the top pocket. So let's see how Caesar sees this finish. He's going to use his one free visit just to bump this red. I think he's hoping to be on a red still. So he did plan on taking yellows after all. Oh, definitely didn't want that cannon there. He's having a look to see if that yellow that he's just put safe still goes into the bottom left. I think it does. The way he's played that. It definitely goes to the top if he's going to play it now. He's played that really well. So a problem he created for himself is just solved within a couple of shots. Now it's a case of navigating between the last 3 yellows to the 8 ball. He's going to have to take the one top left last. So he needs an angle on this one to be able to transition down the table. He's got a little bit of an angle. I think he's going to screw across the table and take the 8 ball to the bottom left as we look. Yeah. Just jump off the rail, make it a little bit easier. And this 8 ball then to regain the advantage, and he hammers it home. Nice straight queuing from Caesar. So Caesar goes back in front. So Caesar will be hoping for a better outcome from this break. The white ball on the table. Which he's managed to do successfully, and he has put in a ball as well. So, on first look, it's looking like the reds are probably the better option. You've got a red and yellow tied together, making them a problem for both sets. But with the yellow on the left-hand rail as well, probably makes red slightly favourite if he can drop this one in the middle first shot. Just checking if he does drop it in, if he'll have the red to the opposite middle. Let's see if he's managed to just hold that. If he's come too far, he could play it off the yellow. Just like that. And now he does have the angle on the red in bulk to the right hand side to be able to cannon his bad red. He's just trying to work out how he'd like to cannon the ball. Caesar sees this one in the bottom left a little bit of a problem to get back on after. He's going to deal with it first, which I don't mind. He needs to stop. And he's okay. So will he play this red off the yellow? Oh, it's another great effort at a billiard shot. He does play those really well. He sees them very well as well, but that one was unsuccessful, and it's going to let Chris get back to the table. Is he going to attempt the double straight away and play the position? No, It's going to come back to those. Oh, that's a very uncharacteristic miss there from Chris. And that stops short of where Caesar would like to be as well. So I'm not sure if this red, the only red he can see now, goes. To the top right. It's going to... Oh, it did go. It went so much that he managed to overcut it. So maybe he was trying to use the yellow as a guide, and just going to let Chris back to the table. Chris going to play a very good containing safety there. Doesn't want the yellow to go safe. So wow, we're up to 4,500 viewers, guys. Keep liking and sharing. Let's see if we can push up to 5,000 live viewers. When we see Caesar there attempt to get out the snooker, he's not managed it. It's going to give Chris one free shot and then one visit. Use his free visit, Chris, to push the yellow over the top left. He's not quite got it to right up to the pocket, but he's actually looking like he's got a good angle to turn this in with a bit of left hand side and cannon his bad yellow, so that's a good shot. A yellow that did go, but there was no real risk in trying to develop it there and make it a lot easier pot where it's landed. It's a nice reverse side there, just to widen the angle off the cushion. And just like that, guys, we're back to level. 9-all. So what do we think, guys? What's the score predictions? From 9-all. Who's going to go and take this match? So I think a lot of the predictions are saying it's going to go all the way 21-18, 21-19 either way. I don't disagree with that. So Chris has just developed his bad red there. and he's made this a case of playing good cue ball position and making the pots. There's no more cannons to play. So, look on with Moses. Welcome to the Die Hard. Chris, the angle Chris has here, I'm not sure if he's going to run into the yellow on the way down the table. I think he can just miss it. He could. But he's landed in between. He's not quite far enough for the one on the bottom rail and too far for the one in the middle. So he's going to try and double this in the middle off the yellow. I think he did. Didn't quite go as wide as he thought it was going to go off the cushion. This is going to be a great opportunity for Caesar. Where that red's landed, it's meant that it's limited the amount of pockets that the yellow ball next to the 8 ball goes. So now it's only available in 3 pockets as opposed to 4. But that's one of the pockets it is available in turn. Caesar's landed on it perfectly. So again, make the pots here and we should be 10-9 Caesar without a commentator's curse, hopefully. It can just about hold, I believe. Oh, it's running on, but he's played it really well. He plays a shot so well, Caesar. Just manages to grab that cue ball where it looks like it naturally would run right away, and he can just slow it down. Great technique there. It's 10-9 to Caesar. Caesar's turn to go dry. And Chris has had very few opportunities from the break so far, from his own break, but he'll take any chances he can get from Caesar's. And we might be looking at the key shot to the frame right now. Chris is going to look to play this with a load of right hand side and one cushion and just flick the yellow out of the way. He's done it on the hit the red instead, which works just as well. So just managed to get on the red at the top of the table. So I think he'll be taking the red at the top, but then the red at the bottom right, leaving the final red into the right middle. Unless it goes through the gap into the left middle, in which case I'll just stun this dead. Nah, stunned across. But he has landed with the wrong angle here. So again, he's probably going to have to use two cushions and force this into the middle a little bit. So it takes good queuing to get these. He's hammered it home. That's a brilliant shot there in the middle by Chris. Comes around for perfect position on the 8 ball. And that makes it 10-10. Wow, guys, wow. Neither of these two are letting up. I think Chris has a shot on this yellow ball. He has made a ball now on the break finally. It's almost landed with no shot, but it looks as though he's going to be able to cut this yellow in, I think. Chris being a very good snooker player. It's no problem using the rest frame. He's played it very well there. He's come back up the table into open play. Another nice little cannon there. He's forced into that cannon. I don't think he'd have played it if he didn't have to. Just because it can go wrong. I don't think it has. I think the one on the right of the two still goes. It definitely still goes. But that's why I wouldn't have wanted to play a cannon if he didn't have to. It could have gone wrong. Now, we may use the red here, just as a stopper. Screw back into the red. Oh, he had the opposite angle as what it looked like on the camera. This is now a thin cut back into the top right. Oh, it's a brilliant shot from Chris. He thins that last yellow in, finds his way down the table for the 8 ball. And I think that'll be the first time Chris leads in this match. 11-10. So that's a re-rack. So a great break there, Caesar. Lucky to find the 8 ball. So Caesar goes again. Yes, Hayden, black ball rules. That's another very good hit from Caesar. The yellow's just going to hang over that middle pocket. And we're seeing a slight turning of a tide here. And Caesar was making those balls before and running out. And Chris was the one dry breaking. It's funny how the game can change like that. We've all had it happen to us. Oh ho ho, so Chris is going to be left with only a double to play here. And there's a shake of the head there. Can't really believe he's landed on top of that 8 ball. He's going to have to find a good shot because if we can't hide the reds or make a yellow, Caesar's going to have a really good opportunity. Will he try to make the yellow or will he try to hide the red balls? Oh, the magician comes up with the goods right there. He knew in that situation hiding all those red balls was going to be a lot harder than making the double. It still wasn't easy to make, and he has done that. So he's going to give himself a good opportunity to run these out now. See, that was the only real problem in this frame. The red ball that is displayed past was blocking the cue ball, but it's coming under that red. It's landed pretty much perfect. So for a 2-frame advantage here. Chris makes it. So what's the Scorpion going to have for Chris? Is he going to come back right back at him? It's been a massive story in the break so far this game. Chris started the match really struggling to make a ball. Sees it at one checkpoint, had a chance to make a 4-frame advantage. I think he didn't take those, and it went back to a 2-frame advantage, and since then it's kind of stayed at that until Chris has managed to start making balls from the break. Caesars has dried up as well, leading to Chris to open up this lead. But we know as soon as it can change, the break can change back. So let's see if we can make a ball here. And just like that, it's dry again. Caesars having a look at these. Looking at how he can open up this table to make it a chance to win the frame. On first look, I think he may be tempted with the reds. The opening yellow, if he was to choose yellows, is tough. So is he just going to contain here? I think this chops back. Oh, it did chop back. It did chop in, so it's a nice shot there. He's opted for the yellows. Another good developing shot there from Caesar. He's now only left with one real problem, yellow. The one that's closest to the 8 ball as we look. He has landed with a very steep angle on this yellow though, so if he's going to continue the finish, he's going to have to cut this one back and try his best to keep control of the cue ball. Just playing with a load of right hand side, load of check side. Oh, the touch is unbelievable. Brilliant touch there from Caesar. Is he on the one to the right middle now? He thinks he is. Prefer not to be bridging, but he is on it. And again, he's picked the right side of this ball to land. How's the cannon going to go for him? It's a big shot in this frame. And he's played it absolutely to perfection. Brilliant shot there from Caesar. He's going. He wants to take this yellow first, as this yellow leads better position for the 8 ball, but he's just going to take his medicine, back himself to either screw back to around where he is now. I'll give him a good chance to cut this 8 ball back into the middle and cut the deficit back to 1 frame. What a match we're having here, guys. I hope you're all enjoying this. I'm getting close to 5,000 viewers. Thank you all for tuning into the stream. Hope you're enjoying it. So Caesar finds his break again. See, I was just saying right before Chris broke in the previous frame how the breaks can just switch so easily. Whereas one player's making balls for fun and the other one can't make one, and it switches back like that. And Caesar's got a really nice opportunity here on the Reds. So Caesar does go Reds. It's looking like the red on the left hand side of the table maybe is the one that he's thinking about. Don't think it'll pass the yellow to the bottom left, so it will be a ball that he's got to land in behind and take to the middle bag. Oh, he didn't want to be hampered by this yellow here. This really limits what he's able to do with the cue ball. I'm pretty sure he'd have wanted to take this red and come back down the table. But he may be forced to reroute now. So he's going to have to reroute. He's managed to avoid that cannon on the 8 ball. He's got back into a really nice position. One cushion back out into play. And again, he's left a really nice angle to play off, on and off the cushion. As long as he doesn't go behind the yellow ball in any way. Like that, and he's come far enough. Woof! That was close. And we're back to all square, guys. What a match we're having here. These two unbelievably popular players, and you can see why. So Chris sees the cue ball, find the pocket. And Caesar, all of a sudden, from being 2 behind, has the opportunity to go back in front. So Caesar's main issue here, I think, he's not going to deal with it now. So I think he's happy with the position of the 8 ball. That maybe because he can play the red that's closest to the 8 ball in off the 8 ball to make it an easier shot. Because I think where the 8 ball's sat at the moment, you do have to be right behind that to be able to make the pot. So I think he's going to have to play this red off the 8 ball and just nudge it a little bit to make it an easier pot. These are these players that they're thinking about the 8 ball as they're going about the start of their finish. They need to make sure if they're going for the finish that the balls are available. And that's what Caesar's going to do here. I think just make sure this 8 ball is potable. That's a lovely shot there from Caesar. Really well worked out. He was tempted to play the red off the black the first time, but instead left the angle where he could nudge the black off with the cue ball, which is really well worked out. Caesar's playing good, playing very good. 2 players, top of the game. Putting on a real show for us here at Pilkey's Q Sports Club and Bar in Keighley, West Yorkshire. The home of Chris Melling. But it is Caesar who takes the lead. 13-12. Commentary will be back in one moment, guys. Sorry guys, back with the comms there. And yeah, he sees just overrun his second to last shot and left a tough ball to the middle. And just as these players are opening up these leads between each other, they're making that slight error to let the other one back in. Chris may just choose to play a little cannon on the red here, open up the yellow. Was always guaranteed to be on the yellow to the left middle. There's no real danger playing that shot. Now it's a simple ABC finish, I think, as he gets back up on that one. He's played it nicely, so he'll drop this in, take the 8 ball to the opposite middle. And we're going to go back to all square, 13 all. Wow, who can pick a winner here, guys? I know I'm struggling. I knew it was going to be a good close match before the match. It's proving that way. Caesar's in Pilkey's last night, playing a few of the local players, just getting sharp in a couple of good matches. It's definitely paid off. He's looking sharp out there today. So, another break here. What's the story going to read this time? He's made the ball. And the cue ball is safe. But it's a messy table. It's a messy table for Chris. So Chris's mind working overtime here. Thinking of every which possibility he can to be able to clear the table in this visit. There's a puff of the cheeks there. He knows it's not simple by any means at all. Some nice shots in the middle there. Just sneaking under the 8 ball. He's going to have to go long here. He may just run it through a couple of balls. Oh, he's played it really well. What a brilliant shot there from Chris. And now I think he will have to play a cannon to be able to develop this yellow, so that it goes. No, it does go to the top right as we look, so I'm pretty sure he'd have wanted to come further down the table. This is quite a steep angle he's got here, but he's looking, can he play it round the cushions? One, two, cushions, flick, and he's flicked it into a position where I don't think the yellow goes. What an unbelievably clever shot that was, and it looked initially like he'd got it to perfection. The red has just come and covered the potting angle on the yellow. Now, can the magicians put a bit of magic on this cue ball and swerve it in? He's going to use the cue ball to transfer the side to the yellow and try and make it down the rail, but it looks very tight from here, guys. Which is why he might be going for the double. He's gone for the double and he's not made the double. So that's a big piece of misfortune there. I thought Chris played that shot very well. It was unfortunate to knock the red on and off the cushion. So let's see Caesar punish Chris for that mistake. Let's see. He did try and develop both. I believe he tried to develop both those reds on the left hand side. He's only got one of them out, so we'll still have a ball to go back to. And he had a nice angle there just to nudge it off the rail. I think he'd like to bring it out further. So he's got to place a lot of right hand side again. Try and check this cue ball so that he can land on the one on the rail. He's not quite got where he wanted to get to, but he knows if he doesn't make this ball, he's not in too much danger. He'll have control of the pocket, which is the case. It's just stayed out. Was always leaving this opportunity for Chris to play the yellow off the 8 ball into the middle pocket. Playing this shot, you've no guarantee of where the 8 ball's going. That straightened up massively and he's almost potted the 8 ball. Oh my gosh. That was close, guys. That was close. So where he's left is yellow. It leads Caesar to have a little bit of a relieve a bit of pressure on this finish. It's not as if it's over the pocket, which is why Caesar's going to choose to develop his red. Ooh. Sorry, guys. I thought that was going closer than it was. Again, Chris is going to try and look to make this ball 2 cushions, flick it down the rail. So you feel if Chris doesn't make this yellow, it could be the end of the frame for him. And he's hit the knuckle, so he's going to give Caesar that free shot. Cue ball in hand if he wants. And I think, without a commentator's curse again, it should be 14-13. Oh, I did put the curse on him. Apologies. Oh, was that the free visit? That was the free visit. Sorry, guys. I'm getting all confused. He's run that nicely on and off the rail. It's come up just far enough to offer good position for the 8 ball. Uses check side very well, Caesar. Nice, Caesar regains the lead, 14-13. Wow, guys, we've just crept over 5,500 viewers. We're looking like we could get up to 6,000 soon. Please keep liking and sharing. We're getting into the business end now. This match is just going from strength to strength. Oh, how's the break for Caesar? Oh, he's had balls rattle, but he will make a ball. And look at these yellows. The reds are good as well. Wow, he'd like to bottle that break, and could be a rich man if you can sell that. With the yellows, there is one ball. The three that are on the bulk line, the right hand of those doesn't go in either of the top two pockets as we look now. So you're going to have to find a pocket for that. It will go in both the middle pockets. So he's going to have to work out which pocket he'd like to put that into. He could even pop this yellow now into the top right and nudge the red that's next to it. That will open the pocket up, and it will also leave him on it to the middle pocket. Just like that. So whichever way he wants to go now. I think it's pretty good to drop this in the left-hand middle and run through a little bit. Don't know if he's got... if he's off angle. He's maybe choosing to screw it on and off the cushion. I did just have enough angle. And again, played it lovely, run inside there just to widen it off the cushion slightly. Oh, it's brilliant from Caesar. 15-13. Oh, Chris breaks off. Oh, was it Chris's break? I'm not sure. Sorry, guys. I took my eye for it for a second. This is a thin cut back here for Chris. He's made the ball, and he's going to get a cannon on his bad ball as well. Kind of position has just left him in. Is he tight up onto the yellow, which limits massively what he can do? Ah, he's come through him. He's got a nice little flick there. Just to hold nicely for this yellow. I think all the balls now have a pocket. Pretty sure the 8 ball is looking now. Sneaks past this red to the bottom left. Must be tighter than it looks. If it doesn't go, it may look. I think it'll go to the right middle. So it could go middle pocket first, then top left, leaving the one bottom right to run round off the bottom rail. We'll screw this back a little bit. Now we'll see if the 8-ball does go bottom left. I'll just play a nice little screw shot. It does go. He took his time on those 3 balls just to make sure of them. And it's... Oh, it would have paid off had he not hit it so hard. He's absolutely wellied it. And it stayed out. Wow. What a miss that could end up being in the context of this game. Wow, wow, wow. The only saving grace really for Chris is where the 8-ball is finished. Oh my gosh. No. Oh. Caesar's heart will have been in his mouth there. How that cue ball stayed on. So as I was saying, the only saving grace is where the 8-ball is finished. Caesar also has a difficult red on the right-hand rail as well. So he's either going to play a couple of good doubles or a couple of good rail shots to be able to get out on this finish. So again, Caesar's just taking his time here. He may choose to cannon the 8-ball here. Flick this red into the bottom. No, he's going a different way. I'm going to back his ability to pop down the rail. It's looking like, as long as he stuns it pretty much dead, leaves the cue ball around where the red is, he's going to have a good angle to play onto the 8-ball. He's made the ball, and he's on this red. Don't think he can cannon this 8 now, so he will have to play position. He may be able to cannon it. Oh, he has. It's a brilliant shot. Really well played there from Caesar. He worked out all the angles he needed. 3 shots out and left it the perfect angle every time. And all of it was to be able to lead to get onto that black ball, and he's managed it. He's opened up another 3-frame advantage. That's huge at this part of the match. So this is a huge break now. A 4-frame advantage at this point. Oh, okay. So ball has gone down. And initially, the Reds look messy, but if they're a 3-ball plant into the top left pocket, because there's no real ball to get onto his bad yellow at the top, if he wants to go yellows, he may choose to take these reds and play that as a 3-ball plant at the top. I mean, he can even chop the first one in and leave a 2-ball plant. So I think he's going to go reds. flick the plant, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if his position. On to the next ball here. He's looking. See if you can see past the red he's closest to get to the red to the top right. It's very tight. He's having a good look. And it's the only real ball he's going to be able to make from that position. And obviously there is a crazy 3-ball plant down the left hand side of the table, but the chances of making that are probably less than 1%. So there's a little bit of misfortune there if he's not on a red. He's going to have to choose to turn this in with some side, even swerve it around the first ball. Oh, really well played there. And he's landed absolutely perfect. So no more issues now on this table for reds. Ooh, he's tried to hold for the one who's closest to there. I think he's just slightly overrun it. So it's a reroute here for Caesar. He's played that with running side. I think he should be good on the one in the middle. With the cue ball being tight to the rail, I can only really drop this in. And now he's going to look to find a gap where he can leave the cue ball and have access to that red at the top of the table. And get a little stun shot over the line of the black spot. He's just got to make his mind up here. A little bit in between shots. And as a player, you know, if you're taking the shot in between shots, you must get back up and make sure in your mind what you're going to do. Which Caesar has done, he's decided, and he has executed. Very well played. Oh, I think he was trying to hold that one or even run a little bit more. If he runs more, he has a simple 8 ball to the middle. This way he has to cut it back, and the cue ball will be travelling up and down, but it's safe. It's safe, guys. And it goes 17-13. Wow. Who saw this coming? Who saw this coming in the comments? Caesar really stepped up on the last few frames. Punished everything Chris has left him. He puts himself in a really good position. Chris is going to have to find something here to fight back. But he's been in plenty of situations like this before, Chris. He knows what it takes. But he will have to start putting balls on the break, and that's gone in. He's made one. And these look very nice. Yellows. All your work's in one half of the table with yellows, which I think Chris will prefer. The reds aren't bad, but you do have to do a little bit more travelling with the cue ball. So he's got one little situation to deal with. He's got to move the yellow that he's played onto now, so that the yellow to the right of that goes into the corner. And now he's done that, everything seems like it's fairly simple from here. Oh. So what a response from Chris. As I said before, he broke off in this frame. He's been in these situations many times before. You know, just stick in there, take your chances when they come, and hopefully you get back in the match. Another crunching break from Caesar. Wow. So he manages to make 4 balls down that break, 3 yellows and a red. And typically when you make 3 of one set, it doesn't always make it easier to finish that set. Which is why Caesar will take reds here. Sees the pattern and the finish to be easier on the reds, which I agree with. Ooh. I think that's just okay. It looked like a slightly heavy contact, that one. Didn't run through how I thought it was going to. Again, the use of the whole pocket there from Caesar is brilliant. Wow, wow. Caesar's not letting up here. He's bringing everything to Chris. And Chris, all he can do is keep doing what he's doing. He broke dish in the last frame. Caesar responds with a break dish. Or break and finish. Oh wow, it's a scratch off the break from Chris. And this is going to give Caesar an opportunity to edge towards the finish line. So Caesar has 1 free visit and then 1 visit after that. I think he will opt for the yellows after he opens this pocket up. I won't guarantee, but I think it'll be the yellow balls he goes for. Yes. So his 2 issues are the 2 balls that are on the rails on the left and right hand side of the table. I was going to say he does have two balls near the middle pockets to be able to play position onto these balls. So this is the first one. If he runs this through, he'll have a shot down the rail. He's played that in a way to make sure he kept an angle. Didn't want to be straight on this one down the rail. He has got his angle. It's going to allow him to get back into open play. He's made the ball, but he's flicked the red on the way. And I think he can still make this yellow to the middle. It's not too high. He can sit on the edge of the pocket and it will fall in. Just like that. And he's back round to perfect position. So it's all about the yellow on the right hand rail now. It's not the greatest ball to play a position on the 8 ball from. Which is why I might choose to take it now and take the last yellow along. He's played it really well. What kind of angle has he left here? He's off straight with the cue ball going up the table. He should be okay. Oh, he had to pinch the pocket. He had to pinch. And it's cost him the pot. The position on the 8 ball was absolutely perfect. But to be able to get perfect, he did have to pinch the pocket and it's just stayed out. Chris is going to have the opportunity to counter clear. Squeeze this red past the yellow. She's done really well. And he does have a shot. Just to slow up a little bit. It's fine. We'll nip this one in again. Avoid any cannons. Landed good there. Very good. Yeah, so this simple 8 ball for a nice counter clearance from Melling. Don't think any of us saw Caesar missing that one in the top, but again, just having to pinch that pocket slightly. And Melling punishes to full effect. 18-15, guys. Does this match have a few more twists and turns yet? I'm sure it will. We'll be back in one moment with commentary. Wow, what a time to come back to the commentary booth there. Chris absolutely smashes a double into the top bag. He's not happy because he's not landed on the two reds in the middle of the table as he wanted. So he's still going to have some work to do. Oh my gosh. I think he's just okay. He's on the one at the top of the table. It's no way the ball he played on, but it's the one he's landed on. So now he's got a plant. Don't know if it's dead set. Don't know if he has to make it. It's hard to tell from the camera angle. It was set, but it's landed a little bit awkward. It's just thin to the middle. He's also running into the yellow ball, so I think it's his only option. The skill shot in the top bag is a very high tariff shot. He has to go for the cut here. He's probably hoping for a flick off the yellow to get him back down the table. He's managed to miss him. And that's superb. Really good finish there from Chris. Wow, wow, wow. 18-16, guys. Just as it looked like Caesar was going to run away, had a chance to go 19, 14 up, I believe. 19-13 it might have been. Didn't manage it, and Chris took that frame in the next two. Now at 18-16 with Chris to break. Chris having a hard time getting these balls set how we'd like. Oh, Chris just repositioning the break. He's going to give us everything he's got. And the ball is potted. So he's made a red ball there. And again, he's in a situation where there's work to do. By no means an easy finish. I think yellows will be the choice. And if he does choose yellows, he has to play some kind of developing shot on the two reds. Oh, so he will go reds for that reason. He might have just spotted a route here. Play low on these two. The lowest one goes into the corner, and he'll leave the other one to the middle. He's played the snooker. But I don't think he's quite snookered him. Does this yellow pass to the top? Don't think it goes past the other yellow. It's very tight. Caesar's going to come and have a look. It's a bit of a slack shot really there from Chris to leave this shot. Yeah, I agree with that comment, Josh. Caesar's been brilliant today. It's a good effort. I think he was attempting to play it off his other yellow to flick and go up towards the pocket. It's not quite made it, and Chris is going to have a second bite at the cherry in this frame. Oh, wow. Wow. Somehow, in that situation, he's managed to not leave himself a shot, I believe. So Caesar's going to have the chance here. Chris won't be happy with the shot he's played there. Allowing Caesar this opportunity to get 2 from the finishing line. So I think the only thing Caesar has to think about is where he'd like to put the 8 ball. The obvious pocket looks like the bottom left, and which ball he'd like to leave to last to be able to get into that position. So he may choose to leave an angle on this yellow. He could run through and leave it to the middle, but there is the red ball in the way, so I think he will screw back and leave this 8 ball to the corners. White ball on a string, and that puts him 19-16 in the lead. So what a match we've got here, guys. Caesar has got himself another 3-frame lead. This time he's only 2 away from the finishing line. As the magician got to fight back. Thank you all for your support on the stream today. The ATA doing their very best to bring you some top quality pool. Well done to all involved for getting this match on. As Caesar makes a ball and has an opportunity here to put himself on the hill. So up to 6,500 of you guys watching now. Oh, Caesar just overcut that one, trying to create an angle there. And it is going to be an open table. So there was no real benefit of not making that ball. If it had been on reds and took the pocket, it wouldn't have been end of the world, but Chris will have an opportunity here to take the reds out. Ooh. Oh, it's a wonderful, wonderful shot there from Chris Melling. Using the three cushions, spinning it round. And now he's a few shots away from getting the gap, to get the gap back to 2 frames. Oh, one good shot. It's there. And this fairly simple 8. Oh, 1917, Chris to break. What a match this is, guys. Edge of your seat stuff. So a massive shot here. Break off from Chris. He's been making balls quite regularly in the second half of this match. He does again there, but quite typically he's put a red and a yellow together and he's created an issue there. One that he's going to have to figure out how we can deal with it. See, the yellows have a better breakout ball, but with the red blocking the pocket to the bottom right for all the yellows, he's going to have to go reds. I don't think, no, it doesn't go the red. Definitely doesn't go, so I think he's definitely going to have to play a breakout shot, but he's missed that one. It's not the end of the world for Chris. I think he kind of knew that having control of both corner pockets. But these are 2 top players we're talking about here. There's no guarantees. Anything's safe. Caesar just takes control of the bottom right. So we're going to have a very rare tactical frame here. There's not been too many of them in this match. I don't think that went exactly as Chris planned, but it does keep some level of control of the bottom left. That's a nice touch there from Caesar. Knowing he's only leaving Chris an unpottable red. But not only is it unpottable, moving it could open up the pocket for Caesar. So we'll see what Chris can come up with. He doesn't move the red too far, so it's still creating an issue for Caesar. This is the opportunity to attack. And he's played the first one really well. So if this cannon can go well, which it has, it's gone really well. He's now got the opportunity to take the frame. Yeah, that's really good position. So Caesar will be trying his best to get as good as he possibly can on this 8 ball. Looking from here, he'll have to take the last yellow to the middle, which is okay. Which means he can't play it with too much pace. So if he was wanting to stun over, I think he'd still be okay to do so. Yeah, he's played it really well. Hold yourself together and put yourself on the hill. And Caesar goes 20-17 up against the magician, Chris Melling. He's 1 frame from victory. And it's his break. Will Chris see the table again before the end of the match? Or will Caesar run out from here? So thank you all again for tuning in today. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I'll try my best with the commentary today. It's not my natural game, the commentary game, but I've done my best. So, what a huge shot in the context of this match this break shot could be. It's huge. He's made a ball. But it's a little bit scrappy. Caesar will have work to do if he's going to win the match in this visit. So Caesar thinks this one will just drop in the middle. It does. I think he may have been trying to hold for the one in the bottom left. He's not managed to do that, but he does still have a shot to the top right. To drift back across the table and play the other yellow at the top to the same pocket. He's going back twice across. Oh, he's cannoned it. It works. That works nicely. Now, the key to this frame is whether the yellow next to the black ball goes into the right middle as we look. If it goes naturally and doesn't have to cannon anything, then this becomes a really, really, really good opportunity to win the match. Saying that, it does definitely go to the left middle. So depending on what angle he leaves after this shot, there's a good chance he's going to have a shot on his last ball. Oh, and he's dragged it in and it's got to the pocket. Now it looks like he can just drop the yellow in and land on the red. Just a little nudge on the red. He doesn't want to flick it high side because he may snooker himself. So he has to hit this fairly full in the face, the red. He feels like he's going to flick it. So he may be forced into playing into the 8 ball instead. What a moment in the match, guys. Let's see how this is going to come out. Oh, he's not hit the black. Wow, wow, wow. The idea there was to flick the 8 ball on the way through, which would have guaranteed him a shot to the left middle. I don't think he can get through this gap to the potted angle. He may be able to double it from where he is. Wow, so he's having to come off the cushion here and try and make the yellow ball off the red in the middle pocket. He's hit it full in the face. He needed to hit it half ball. And Chris looked like he was dead and buried. He's going to get back to the table in this match here. It's so many twists and turns. You may see Chris loosen up a little bit here. Wow, 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 guys. I think we all thought it was somewhere near over there. Oh, that's not ideal from Chris. He's played the plant and the first red has gone tight to the rail. I'm pretty sure he's playing position on that one there. It stayed off enough so he can make the pot. What kind of angle has he left here? Just off straight's okay. He can force this through with top spin on and off the cushion, which he's done really well. Now 2 cushions back out. 8 ball in the same pocket. I chose 1 cushion. Wow. Okay, guys. 2018. We're going to get a little bit more pool out of this match. You guys are really putting on a show for us. 7,000 of you tuning in now to our YouTube page. Thank you all very much for viewing this. I hope it's living up to all your expectations. So 2018 Chris the Break. He's in a position where he can make no mistakes now really on the table. He's made a ball. And he has a shot. Now I think the red that's tight on the 2 yellows has just gone safe. So there will be a developing shot to play for Chris. If he's going to go game. As long as he's not tight on the black, he should be able to get the bad red out here. I think he can still play the shot. No, he's chose not to, just because he landed so tight. So he's going to most likely play it into the yellow off the one to the left middle. So put the one top right, come back, leave an angle to play into the yellow ball, which will push the red on. Never mind, it goes to the opposite middle. Wow, Christian just stepped up the pace here as well. Can you believe this, guys? We're going all the way. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, Caesar's caught them well. His massive break. And he's gone dry. Oh my gosh, guys. You can't write this. The drama, the drama. Can Chris force a decider from this match? This is a tough finish from here. He's made a good start to it. He's going to make light work of these three at the top and then come and transition down into the bottom half of the table to try and take the reds on the left hand side. Chris just making sure here of the angle he needs to leave himself to be able to play that transition shot down the table. He's worried because the yellow that's closest to the red that he's looking at playing after this is a blocker for the cue ball to be able to make its way down the table. You would leave it high if you could so that you had the other angle, but the other yellow's blocking that as well. So I think straight is his best option to be able to screw straight back and on and off the cushion out that way. Chris just taking that extra bit of time. He's fully aware the magnitude of this shot. Looking at the yellows, if he doesn't manage to get out, I think Caesar's going to have a good chance. Has he played on the gap between the yellow and the red here? Wow, I think he might have done. Oh, that is brilliant. That's really good. Feels like he's been unlucky there. The red that he's pushed to the middle, you can't see. So it's going to be a case of cutting the other red back and trying to hold position. So he's off angle the wrong side. And he's got a decision to make. Does he just drop it and take the 8 ball long. Or does he avoid the bottom bag and come up the table? Oh, he's played it so well. Guys, we've got a decider. We're going all the way. Wow, wow, wow. Unbelievable. That was an absolutely fantastic finish there from Chris under the pressure. Caesar's put him under by getting to 20. Chris fights back, bang, bang, bang. Takes 3 frames to get himself on the hill. And now, after just over 3 hours play, it's down to 1 frame for the match. You got loads of it. Well, Chris just making sure there's no gaps between the balls. He wants the tightest rack possible. There's a handshake between Caesar and Chris there, just before Chris breaks off. Mutual respect from both players. So here we are, guys, into the deciding frame. Chris Melling to break. Oh, wow. He's not made a ball. I don't think he can quite believe he's not made a ball, but he has not made a ball. I think everybody can agree, guys, what match we've been trekked to today. Caesar putting up an unbelievable fight against one of the greatest of all time. I don't think this match deserves a loser, but there will be one after this frame. $7,500 are you tuned in to watch the final frame of this match? So the 8 ball here is Caesar's biggest issue. It does go to the top left if you can play short side position. Or you can also try and play the yellow that's closest to the 8 ball off the 8 ball into the corner, and that will open it up as well. So will Caesar just choose to land straight on his last yellow to the top right and play a simple run-through shot? The key would be to make sure you land straight on that ball. Oh, he's missed one in the top. Oh, wow. He's just caught the near jaw. And at that pace, it's not going to drop. Now, can the magician find his way through this finish to take what has been an unbelievable match. The cannon's gone well there for Chris. He's not quite got the angle he'd like, and it's going to mean he's going to struggle to get the transitional shot back down the table. He might have the opportunity to play a flick on the 8-ball, so use a flick off the 8-ball to transition down. Just like that. It also promoted the 8-ball in the same shot. Okay, so you think this is probably the shot? It's going to win in the match, and he looks up to the heavens. He knew that was a big shot in this frame now. And barring anything crazy happening, Chris Melling takes this match 21-20. Wow, guys. What an unbelievable match we've seen there. Massive well done to Chris. Caesar, you were unbelievable coming all the way over into Chris's backyard and taking him all the way there. He had the opportunity in the last, just caught that near jaw, and Chris has took an unbelievable finish to win it. What a match we've been trekked to there, guys. I hope everybody have had a really good time watching that. Again, from the ATA, all of us here at Pilkey's, thank you all for joining in with us here. It's been a brilliant afternoon of pool. So again, guys, thank you all very much. Almost 8,000 of you there at the end. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, guys.